So here in module number 5, when we're talking about taking action, usually there's a lot of friction in this space for many participants because they somehow feel that, my story is not good enough to be told, it's nothing special. What I mostly uncovered was a lot of friction or procrastination. It didn't really work out. I didn't ask the questions that I was supposed to ask, etc., etc. But wouldn't it be amazing if you actually dare to share that story? Positive ripple effects happen when you learn something, when you have grown, and if you dare to show that or tell that through a story, right? Now the world has changed, not only because of what you uncovered and what you learned, probably you connected with somebody on some level, and I bet that it is not every day that, let's say, you come as an organic person, you want to connect with a GMO farmer, going and allowing somebody else in this world to tell their story, for them to feel seen, heard, valued, appreciated. Honestly, how often do you think that happens in a day? Not too often, right? So please honor here that you have already taken action. Simply by participating in this program, I bet that there's at least 2 persons that are changed and evolved. You and that person that you connected with through this program. So now, if we wanted, we could now try to make that snowball bigger, make it rolling. By connecting with somebody else, we learn usually something about ourselves, right? We learn something from that other person. We learn something about the world in general. You learn something about this gratitude-based learning approach, something to tell, whether that's a story of friction or failure, you could call it like that. I don't like that word, but even if nothing turned out the way it was supposed to, if you dare to tell that story, somebody else would now have the chance to feel, hey, I'm not alone, right? I'm not the only one who could screw this up, right? But also, of course, if you have a nice story, good insights. I mean, Brooke, when she connected with a GMO farmer, she learned so much that she had no idea was there to be learned, right? And that would not have been uncovered unless she had the guts and the bravery to reach out. So telling that story to somebody is really important. You have a chance of causing a big or a better impact in this world if you dare to think about, okay, what could I do? So we could do things in our own little space. We could also cause these stories to be told so they have a chance of creating ripple effects in the world in general.